1, 2, 3, 4. Get up, get on up, get up, get on up. Stay on the scene, get on up, like a sex machine. Get on up, get up, get on up.
Alright guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the next episode of the Cobblers Save. Now it's been a while since I've updated this. It's been well over a week since, actually it's probably longer than that now. It's probably about 2 weeks since the last put an update out. I was tweeting out about how the save was going and people seemed to be enjoying it, how it was going. And on the 27th of December, in real life, I got promoted. Unfortunately, I felt ill just after that. I'm still not 100% now, but feeling a lot better today, so I thought I'd get an update out so I can carry on playing, because I've not been able to carry on playing going into the season, because I wanted to update with how it's been going, transfers, etc. So as you can see on the left hand side, now we're in the Premier League. We did get promoted from the Championship. I'll show you how that went last season. Yeah, I didn't really expect it. Well, I did sort of expect it. There was stages that we thought we could throw it away. You see, there was only 4 points in it between us and Leicester. Everton ended up running away with it. It was quite close up until the final few games. Unfortunately, we couldn't keep the pressure up on Everton, and they went on to be champions. But we had a really good season. There was a few patches where we could have threw it away, but we ended up getting promoted, not having to go through the playoffs, which is a big relief. You can see Oldham are there as well. Actually, they've done quite well to get to that point too. So, before I start, I think I've made a big mistake already, because I've not really brought in much experience, which I think is going to cost us. But some of the players that I have brought in, I think, look pretty good for the future, which obviously isn't what I need right now. I need players that can come in and do a job for us and try and keep us in the Premier League. But I'll take you through the transfers. We signed Wellington from Santos for, what was it, 2 point something, it said. I'm training him to play centre-back at the minute. I think he'd be a really good centre-back as well. Just want, variation to positions, them to be able to play a variety of positions. And I think with a bit of training, he could be a very good centre-back, but he's a defensive midfielder at the minute. You'll see that I've signed a lot of midfielders, and it was only afterwards that I realised how many midfielders I'd signed. But I think we're going to need them. I think you need a big squad to be able to rotate in cups, and when you're playing over Christmas, it's going to be an advantage having so many players, as long as I can keep them all happy, I think. So that was the first signing. Second signing was Jaap Hendricks from Ajax on a free transfer. You can see he's worth £10 million already. 23 years of age, is still very young, and yeah, very technically gifted. I think he's going to be a real good player for us, hopefully. Yeah, he was one of the better players we signed, I think. One of the ones that I was quite happy with. Campo, who we signed, again a centre back, just for competition for places. Really, he come in as a rotation or a backup. I think that's why he's only on £5 a week. How much did we pay for it? It was a free transfer. It was. I think these were players that we actually agreed to sign last January that came in on free transfers. So yeah, I wasn't planning on being in the Prem, but I was just making sure. So £5 a week, I think, is pretty good, and he's only 19 too. Good determination, so hopefully that'll help his progression. And we'll see how he gets on. Patrice Toisson, I guess. Another centre midfielder. Not as good as Hendricks, but I think he can still do a job for us in sort of cup matches. If we can train him up a little bit too. He's got some, again, good technical stats, which is something that I look for, and good work rate too. 3.5 million for Mulara. I think that's how you say it. A striker. 18 years of age, come off the bench against Inter Milan in a friendly. I brought him off the bench and he scored. So I was really happy with him. He can also play centre mid as well. Train him to play there. Again, just for a variety of positions. He's got good passing, long shots, dribbling, crossing. So I think he could definitely do a job in centre midfield. But I obviously, in the long term, see him as a striker. So we'll train him up. 18 years of age still. So he's already in and around the first team, which is good to see. So we'll see how he develops. Montez, who we've got on loan from Real Betis, a winger this time. We definitely needed another winger in the right and left positions, and he can play both of them. We're only paying just over £1,000 a week, so I think he's going to be good as backup and again squad depth for us. On loan from Chelsea, Martinez, if I remember correctly, this guy is an absolute tank. A defensive midfielder, probably very similar to, I'd say, Matic. I don't know what his stats were like at the start of the game, but I would imagine it's quite similar to his. Or I might be completely wrong. Someone will prove me wrong. But yeah, for 18 years of age again, if we can get this guy on a permanent transfer at the end of his loan, that would be an incredible piece of business, because he looks just unreal. I think technically, mentally, and physically very gifted. So we'll see how he goes. One of our better signings again was Adin Basic, or Basic, however you want to say it. He's 22 years of age, 6'6", absolutely enormous, and is also pretty quick. He's got amazing strength for 18, natural fitness. He's got jumping reach, he's got heading, he's got finishing, determination off the ball. He's just absolutely unreal. It's only now that I'm looking at him, because I forgot that I'd signed him until I just seen it and I started smiling just then. It's only now that I realise actually how good he could be. He's worth £10 million. We got him on a free transfer. This guy could go for serious profit, or he could end up making us win trophies. So we'll see how he gets on. Another loan signing, just again for backup, but a right. Actually, he looks quite good. I've forgotten, because I've not played for so long. I've forgotten the players that I've signed. It's Zaidi from Atletico. And yeah, him and Connor Roberts are going to be battling it out. But at the minute, looking at him, he looks like he's probably first choice. If we can get his marking and stuff up a bit, he's going to be a very good player. We'll see if we can get him on a permanent as well, depending on what league we're in next year. And Sam Shenton was just a backup player that's going to sit in the under-18s. Probably shouldn't have signed him, actually, looking at him now. But yeah, good core stats again. But yeah, probably will just get released. But he's worth a little bit, again, 550k. I'm not sure if that's just because we're in the Premier League now, or if he's got a bit of potential. But I think we can sell him on for a little bit of profit. This is the formation that I'm looking at playing. I want to push the wing backs on a bit, just because I think we need to be more defensively solid this year, because we're going to be coming up against absolutely ridiculous players. If we look at some of the players that are already here. We've got Alan Neville that signed a contract extension, so he's here for another couple of years now. Hopefully now we're in the Premier League, players will want to start staying with us. And this guy is just absolutely incredible. You can see we had him in League One and he's just improved ever since. And if you think that he was in League One 2 or 3 years ago, and we had him then still, he was just unreal in League One and the Championship too. So he's helped us a lot to get to this point. Antonio was already here. Still 23 years of age. You see the theme here that everyone's so young. Van Putten, again, 24. Jimenez, 25. Who else have we got? Ring, he's probably the oldest player we've got at 33. That's bad, isn't it? 33 is the oldest player. Ezekiel, he's 21, but still looks like he could do a very good job for us. Hopefully he'll have a good year in the Premier League. Did well last year and the season before in the Championship. Good amount of goals and assists. Didn't really play as much last year. Asuji, the main man that's helped us to get here really from a certain point, from sort of League One. You see the last few seasons, 10 goals, 36, 28. So really adapted to the Championship very well. Who else we got? Ashley Parry was a keeper that we brought in last season as backup. Very good keeper for backup. Welsh. Probably, I think he's an international now. Alan Neville as well, by the way, is an English international now too. He was getting called up in the Championship to play for England. So Vermeesch, who's been playing very well, has had a few clubs linked with him. Got him on a free transfer. 12 goals, 12 assists in the Championship last year. Absolutely incredible sign. Used to play for Lyngby too. Matos, who's another defensive midfielder, is going down a bit, which is a shame. Might look to cash in on him very soon. So who else is there? Valai, who wanted to move to Man United at one point last season. They didn't end up coming in for him, and we ended up tying him down to a new contract. So again, technically gifted, very young. So it's a very common theme throughout my squad. Swinderski, the centre back. Centre back is one position that I really wanted to strengthen, and I couldn't get it done. I wanted to bring in, I'll show you the guy that I wanted to bring in. Again, he's young. I'll show you him in a second. Connor Roberts, who's been here since the beginning of time. You can see he's been here since we started. always averaged around a 7, and he's now our club captain as well. I think it was only right that he became our club captain. He's been here for so long, showing good loyalty, putting good performance, and I think he deserves it. So made him captain, and you can see as well from what he was when we started, he's very good now. And the final one is Nabe, I think. Again, you know, he's probably one of the older guys actually, 26. I've just seen he's probably one of the older guys. He's going to play a key part this year. I think him and Hendricks will probably be my centre midfield pairing. And yeah, we'll see how he gets on. But he's looking like he's going to be one of our main players this year. But we're going to be up against it definitely. Our players, you'll see, have got like 16s and 17s in their stats, whereas teams we're going to be coming up against are going to have 17s, 18s, 19s and 20s, and those stats make a massive difference. So if I show you the guy that I wanted to bring in, we wanted to bring in this guy, 22 years of age. His determination's poor, but if I could have got him on a decent contract, I could have got him tutored by someone. But 19 tackling, 18 marking, 16 heading, great physicals for someone 6'2", and decent mentals too. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the deal done because Valencia originally accepted a deal, but then unfortunately after that pulled out after we couldn't confirm it. So, you know, it is what it is. So, but yeah, that's pretty much where we're at the minute. We're in the Premier League. It's going to be a big struggle, but isn't it always in the Premier League, no matter who you are, unless you're a top 4 sort of side. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. I'm going to carry on playing now. I think we've got Everton first game of the season, so we came up with them. I've just played Inter, so we just came up with them, so it's a winnable game. The sort of games we need to be winning. I think we need to be winning games against teams around us, and then seeing how we get on against the big guys. If we can get a few upsets along the way, then, you know, all the better to us. But yeah, we'll see how we get on. But yeah, sorry it's been a while since I've been able to update you. I've not been well. I don't know if you can still tell I'm not 100%, but also if you're watching this on Thursday, tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, we're doing the draw for the FM League. We're doing the draft. I think it's going to be streamed on Ben's Twitch, so go and check that out. It's twitch.tv/Dr. Benji. Alternatively, if you follow me on Twitter, I'll be tweeting it out, so check the link in the description to my Twitter, and you can follow me there, and I'll be tweeting it out what we're going to be doing, if we're going to be streaming it too. That should be a lot of fun and very entertaining to watch. So hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.